Ahoy! Welcome to the festival bubbles of the 60-second Zlín Film Festival, where every day we welcome some of the most sparkling, amazing guests from this year's festival edition 2022. And we're very proud to have here with us Adéla Komrzý from Czech Republic.
Yes, hello, nice to meet you.
And Adéla, we asked you here to talk a little bit about the festival jury that you're involved in, which is the Zlín Doc jury. Can you explain what Zlín Doc is all about?
Yeah, Zlín Doc is student section of films, films from students from different film schools from all around the world. We had there few Slovak films and few Czech films, but most of them are really from all around the world, which is very interesting.
In this jury, there's 3 jury members. One is a documentary maker, which happens to be you. There's somebody who's more involved with feature live action films and somebody with animation. And I'm pretty sure it was no coincidence that this jury was composed like this. Does it help you in your work?
That we are from different fields?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, yes, I must say. But for example, Martin Smatana, who is part of the jury and who is a filmmaker focused on animation, he told me that for him it's more difficult actually, because he's more focused on how the film is made. So sometimes it's advantage, sometimes it's disadvantage for us to see the films. Because we don't have absolutely clear mind. We see our profession behind the films.
You
but
see it reflected in the program?
I think, yeah.
And it should help you in a way? Or it's an extra barrier, or it's an extra help?
No, I wouldn't say it's extra barrier, because we also have the knowledge how to watch films as viewers. So it's just interesting aspect, I would say. So. Yeah, and we know work from different filmmakers, so I think it might be advantage also to compare. Yeah.
You're looking at films that are made by students, by very young people. Does it make you more mild, or on the other hand, just more strict? Like, we should tell them how this should be done?
It's really funny for me, because I just graduated 2 years ago, so I'm very close to the students. And I don't know if we are more mild or more like strict. I think we are focused on how the film is made, but also on the topics and the point of view, and it's very complex, I would say.
There are also documentaries in this section?
Yes.
Like very short?
Yeah, 25 minutes, so yeah.
Seeing these films made by a very young generation of filmmakers, what does it tell you about the youth of today, the filmmakers of today, the new generation that will soon be like the new filmmakers?
Yeah, I was really quite surprised how realistic the films are and how they reflect on real and big topics and violence in the world and these kind of things. Yeah, they are very realistic. There were only very few films which would go little different way, so that really surprised me. That they have some need to speak to the world and reflect
about their
actual,
concern.
Yeah.
Much more than about their fantasies, they want to reflect their concerns about the world.
Yeah.
You just told us you recently graduated, let's say. Would you be a good tutor for these talents, these young people? Would you be the one who tells them, if I were you, I would do it like this or like that?
I would have to have some experience to say this. I really don't know. And of course, what the students would say.
Was there somebody telling you these things when you were a student and you were in your graduation phase? Was there somebody standing behind you telling you
what to do?
Adéla, if I were you, I would do it differently.
No, we had really open-minded professors on FAMU, so they guided us, and we discussed a lot of the topics and the form. But I've never experienced that somebody would tell me really exactly what to do, and if I were you, no, and probably I wouldn't really listen to this guidance.
You're Czech?
Yes, I'm based in Prague.
That explains why you are a stubborn person, hard-headed, doesn't taking any advice from others. Is that the reason?
I didn't understand now, sorry.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you didn't understand. Because what I actually wanted to ask you is what kind of bell, Zlín, what kind of bell did it ring to you? Because you're not from the region.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm amazed by Bata's architecture and what he made here, and how the city still lives from this tradition. And the architecture really have my mind and feelings, actually.
I'm going to ask you a very discreet and secret question. You're Czech, now in Zlín. Is it the first time that you come to the city of Zlín?
No, I was here once on the highest building on some wedding, but this is my second time in Zlín, and that was really many years ago, and I haven't seen another parts of Zlín.
And what is the most fun, festival or wedding?
Sorry?
What is the most fun, festival or wedding?
Guess.
Which one do you choose, festival or the wedding?
You can guess, of course, film, of course.
In what way were you surprised coming here and seeing the festival and experiencing it? Because you saw films together with young audiences this week?
Yeah, I just remember the first moments when we came to Zlín, and here was the opening in the morning with kids, and I was so amazed and so happy to see their emotions and their joy, and they were so supportive in the morning, and they were clapping their hands, and they were so happy to be part of the festival. It was a really nice experience. So yeah, I can imagine this.
I think this kind of audience should also be very inspiring for the young filmmakers who are presenting their work here. And I remember one year there was still a tent in the center of town, center of the city, and the opening night of the Zlín Dock section, you could see all these students coming in, and one was coming from France and the other one was coming from Greece, and then there were a couple from South America who just flew in, and they arrived with their backpacks in the tent and started meeting each other, and 20 minutes later this was a big group of young, friendly filmmakers who met with each other. How important could it be in this festival that these young people or these young filmmakers are bonding, are forming a community, are sharing experiences? Is that an important part of the whole Zlín Dock experience?
Yeah, definitely. It's so important. I remember myself on some festivals and meet friends and who can be future colleagues, and it's really nice to get to know each other from different parts of the world, and and to know what is their point of view on films and discussing. Yeah, it's what I really love on festivals, and here I think it's amazing because the young people can really meet here and they have a lot of space. And
you actually are trying now to find a very civilized way to describe the experience of getting drunk together? Is that what you mean?
It's also possible. This way, I also, it's very useful actually. And also, I really love the youngest jury here and the youngest kids, because I really think that I've heard how they are talking about films. And it was like a philosophical discussion. They have so beautiful point of view on the world, and how do they reflect it. So it was amazing.
There's one last thing that I want to ask you, because since you are here in Zlín, which is the capital of shoes, my last question would be, can you show us the shoes that you're wearing today, and can you tell us about your personal connection with shoes, with these shoes or with shoes in general? Really, you can put them on the table.
I really thank you for your question, because these shoes are from Zlín. I bought them here a few days ago in the gallery, really, and it's not we didn't prepare this question, right?
No, of course not.
So, yeah, so I really can invite you to Zlín Gallery and just have a look on shoes which are made here by very special technique.
And
I really
they feel
like
comfortable?
very much, really.
I think you made a great choice in buying the right shoes for the right personality. And I should also thank you for sharing this very intimate shoe experience with us and with our audience.
But you should also show us your shoes. Please.
That's the first one who asks me this, and I'm so happy that you do it. But then you have to remove your...
Okay, please.
I'll show you my shoes.
Very nice.
Yeah, and actually it's a typical shoe story that I bought them one size too small, and I never wear them at home, because at home I think, yeah, I should be comfortable. Doesn't really matter what kind of shoes I wear. But then I go abroad to the Zlín Film Festival, which is like the highlight of the year, where I really want to show myself at my very best side. So I decided, yeah, I will suffer and I will wear the shoes that are too small, just because somebody one day in a TV show will tell me, wow, your shoes look good. So thank you so much for making this dream coming true. Thank you for asking me the question, and I'm happy, very happy that we share this shoe experience together. Thank you for being in a festival. Thank you for coming to Zlín, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the Zlín Film Festival.
Thank you very much for the invitation.